Hi, this is Someone Named Dean. We are continuing Lunacid. So it's been a couple days since I last played it. I've been very busy this weekend. Yeah, maybe it's been probably half a week since I last played this game. Now, last time we were playing, we were in the Labyrinth of Ash. But I remember opening up a lock somewhere here, and I realized I never bothered to see what was on the other side. I was assuming it was probably endgame content, which I feel like that's where we're getting to, because we're pretty close to having the whole warp screen, all the areas revealed. So, yeah, this. Let's see what's behind here. Forlorn Arena. Oh, an achievement. Oh, okay. So this is the last area of the game. Yeah. I have the quality set to low and aesthetic set to PSX because I don't know. I wanted to appreciate the detail of the different filters you can activate, and it definitely brings out that vibe a lot more. It's a really good filter. So yeah, I guess what's new with me? Well, probably not a whole lot in half a week. Let's see. I fixed up some old electrical lamps. I don't know what you call them, like pendant lamps, I guess. They just a cone and a light bulb. They suspend from the roof. There's some left over in the garage for the people who lived here previously. These are people. Huh. What's going on here? Yeah, nothing too simple. Or nothing too simple. Nothing too complicated. All I did was I looked at some severed wires and I guess the cone or whatever you'd call it you'd attach it to. Make sure the wires all line up correctly, and taking some expertise I learned from my work where I do a little bit of air and electrical. You know, just make sure no wires are touching, heat shrink, and I use some butt connectors to connect it to the portion of the lamp where you plug it in, the bulb or whatever. And I tested, and it seems to be good, and now I'm inspired to actually install them somewhere in my garage, so I have a bit more adequate lighting, because currently there's only a light bulb in the back of the garage, so, you know, whenever you try to do something in there, it just casts a long shadow. The front of the garage with the doors open is normally really dark. Not an issue, of course, if you have the garage door open, but as we get closer to summer, I don't want to deal with mosquitoes and insects and other things. So, yeah, and more lighting won't be bad. I just got to make sure I have clearance of the garage door, and it should be good. But I'll have to take her around with that. Exploring this place. I'm enjoying this area because it feels very much like an outdoor area, which you don't really get much of in this game. Seems to be weird seals or sigils representing, I guess, doorways maybe. Well, let's see what's over here. Yeah, I hope you're doing good. Hope things are going well for you. I guess at the time of this video, I'm still trying to get a hold of an internet service provider other than the current one I have. I was talking to someone, but it's been more than a week, so I think I'm gonna have to just message them again and find out if we can sort of discuss some price points. And I guess I've already mentioned it several times, so I'll just leave it at that. Basically, last I spoke, they can offer me better internet at a cheaper price, and naturally, of course, I'm going to want that. But they also, at least the representative I was talking about, was also going to help put a little bit money towards the cancellation fee that I have with my current service provider, which basically allowed myself to get talked into signing up for a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I don't feel like repeating all that again. It's just, all I can say is, you know, it's important to realize that sometimes people are just trying to shove stuff onto you to sell you stuff and sign you into further, bigger contracts rather than what's best for you. Sometimes you have to look around because just because you've been with a company for like 10 years doesn't mean, you know, that loyalty doesn't really mean much, I guess. I'm realizing, not to be pessimistic or anything, just I could have avoided a lot of heartache had I just looked at another internet service provider and canceled what I currently had. Even though I've been with them for so long, they're just not able to give me better internet. And in fact are giving me not so good internet at a higher price. And that's really where the issue stems from. Are they a bad company? I don't know. I mean, some people say yes, some people say no. I guess your mileage may vary. I complained about it to some of my coworkers, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that company, ugh." And then likewise, some people are like, "No, I think they're great. I don't know what your problem is." But I guess the problem is I'm having problems with them, and it's just not working out. 50 megabyte download and 10 upload is just rough. But anyways, that tangent. Let's read this book here. I sought power, unlike any found above, and I think I found a source. But this power will take my humanity, my function, and my sense of self. Is it worth losing rank and serving another if it means I'm closer to it? Is power everything if you're not really yourself to control it? I haven't been really scanning for any hidden walls, so I probably should be doing that. Which again, I appreciate. All I gotta do is just hug the walls and see what happens. Yeah, this weekend has been pretty good. We had some old friends of mine had a little camping trip down like a forest logging road. Probably about an hour plus drive, give or take. I mean, at least with our car anyways. And yeah, the weather wasn't going to be that great, but, well, the weekend before there was supposed to be another camping trip that we didn't end up going on because my little one got really, really sick with a cold. And the weather ended up being very snowy over that place because it was bit further of a drive, maybe a 3-hour drive to that campsite. It's a really nice one. It's next to a river. But next to a river and very, very peaceful. It's one of those spots where it's not like an official campsite. It's literally next to a river off also another logging road, but you're not going to have that many neighbors. Rarely. And that's nice. But that site, unfortunately, my one buddy last weekend went up and it was too stormy, too windy, started to snow. And with my little one being sick and us just not having that type of camping gear, it wasn't going to work out for us, especially like if it was like raining and snowing. The kid would have been fine, but it was also apparently atrociously windy and a lot of tents were getting scattered around, and I just don't want my kid's first camping experience officially to be, wet and cold and miserable. Once he levels up, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be okay. But so we opted out of that one, and then for this one, we were only going to spend the one night. Smaller crew, different crew, but yeah, the weather was just going to be rainy, which wasn't so bad. However, treasure chest. What is this? Earth talisman acquired. What does that mean? Quick items? Earth talisman. Oh, okay. We gotta make a key of some sort. Now, did I explore everywhere that I could here? I guess we're gonna find out. Okay. But yeah, the spot was really nice. It was also next to a river with lots of trees, so you didn't have to worry about the rain too much. But it was a bit stormy, a little bit wet, a little bit cold. All that moisture. When you're next to flowing water, which this campsite was as well, and it was kind of like river rapids. Anyways, river rapids? You know what? I don't really know, but it was a very big river, pretty strong, and the campsite was maybe, gosh, I don't know. Calculating, maybe about like 5 meters away from the river. Not really anything of a beach though. It was just kind of a rocky access point, like with some boulders and stuff. But yeah, you could go into the river if you wanted. It would just sweep you away. I've met my end, it seems. At least I found one of the great curses, the unkillable serpent, second only to the Seven of Swords, the thief of life. I had hoped to find that one as well, one who could steal their life back if dead, and turn killing into power. But alas. Huh. Some interesting lore, but I don't know what it means. Yeah, we'd gone up, had a couple drinks, and then when it was time to rest, we found out our air mattress wasn't doing so good. So the thing is, I'm in my mid-30s, and I've been maybe in a couple car accidents, and maybe I don't have a good back. And I've slept on deflating air mattresses before, and there's just something that is just very unfortunate about your spine touching the ground, just your spine, as the air mattress deflates. And comfort is important to me as I've gotten older, especially with my back not being, at 100% ever, right? I've learned to work around it, but we were kind of thinking well, I guess we'll just tough it out. But then we realized, well, it's only an hour drive back home in the warmth of our bed. So we were like, you know what? The wife and I, we just quickly packed up. We drove back. Got home pretty late, but I think it was worth it because our little one was was having a sleepover with Grandma and Grandpa. So we actually had a morning where we got to wake up without the little one and got to sleep in for the first time in probably years without interruption, you know? Definitely looked like there was a secret there. But yeah, it was good. The drive was actually really good too. My wife ended up driving us home, and she actually made the drive a lot shorter. Oh, what's this? Shadow Blade. Cool. Let's take a look. Sounds like my kind of weapon. Shadow Blade. And you level it up. Damage 94? Okay. Oh. Appear to be having some technical difficulties. One second. Testing? Okay, well, I seem to be having issues with my wireless headset. It died on me despite the fact that it was plugged in. So that is very unfortunate. Maybe my headset is on the verge of breaking down. But anyways, yeah, I just figured, well, okay, I'll power it off. I'll make sure it's seated in the USB slot USB port properly, which it was. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? I will set up those lamps in the garage like I was talking about. And I had some hooks, hooked them to an outlet on the ceiling. And then that's done, and then I decided to come back. So here we are. And hopefully the headset doesn't die. But if it happens, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyways, this is the new weapon I got. Wow. So here's the thing. Shadow Blade. 94 damage. Reach is 3.7. Speed is 45. Single-edged sword with a dark blade has an odd enchantment on it that guards the wielder from most status effects, while wilts still... I can't really read the font. Well, causes blindness, does dark damage. That's the one downside about the filters in this game, is that it kind of makes the font a little crusty. But oh well. Still a nice touch other than that. Maybe if I were to adjust my resolution, maybe that would make it a bit easier to read, but I won't worry about that. Yeah, we're gonna equip Moonlight. Okay, so I guess we're just exploring this area, finding random sigils here and there. Ouch. Okay, there we go. Yeah, unfortunately I don't remember what I was off or talking about from my tangent. But I saw something glowing purple over here. Weird. Oh. Strange artifact. Oh well. But yeah, so we didn't end up spending the night. Grandpa was watching the little one. We got to sleep in, and wouldn't you know it, having a day without a toddler in the morning was productive because we ended up deciding to go out and get some errands done, which was nice. Things are a little easier when you don't have a little one running around the store like crazy. Okay, unfortunately, I'm getting some Turok vibes here, for better or for worse, where big open areas, lots of fog, but unlike Turok, I don't have a map where I can see where I'm going. Normally I have an okay internal compass, but it's not kicking in today. So we'll just have to keep looking around. Digging the music to this place though. It's really catchy. Okay, so we are going backwards. Maybe we keep going this way then? Let's find out. What's the worst that happens? Oh, and it sounds like my headset's dying again. I'm just gonna quickly right here. Record. Not fine. Let's see. What I do pause button to figure it. Oh yeah, I'm only going to take a couple seconds here. Yeah, I guess my life is prone to computer issues. It just seems to be the first I've been bestowed upon. I mean, most of it could be just fixed if I had more money, but it's just how life goes. Honestly, the only reason this is taking a couple seconds here is because I've done a little bit of cable management. Okay, testing, yep, seems to be good. Yeah, unfortunately I have a bunch of my wires coiled up in such a specific way that it didn't have the intention of adjusting. I guess we'll see if that works. Keyboard and mouse seem to be good. I guess we'll have to monitor the situation, see if it keeps beeping. So, very unfortunate, but nothing lasts forever, right? I think this is that wall. Yeah, that's where I got the blade. I don't exactly have curses with computers or anything like that. It's just, oof. I would say it just mostly stems from, I don't know. I always seem to have a lot of misfortune when it comes to my computer. But more on that later. Let's see here. Okay. So I will continue my tangent later. I am reminded I have a birthday to go to. I'll be going to an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue restaurant, which will be interesting. Well, not interesting. Awesome. Because I've already been to one before. Same one, actually. For the birthday that was last year. So what I will do is I will go back to the save point, which I believe should be this way. I'll save it, and then I will continue this when I get back. You can hear me complaining about how I overate. So I'm going to save, and then we'll continue in a little bit. Thank you for being patient with me and my technical difficulties. Hopefully my musical chairs with the devices remedies the situation, but I guess we'll see. Alright, be right back.